What you doing? I'm the AC, and this is my top 20 list for 2020, and this is my top 20 doodles. Now, I am no way an artist of any kind, but I do like to just draw little things a lot of times when I'm just trying to picture something I'm going to put in a story, or whenever I'm bored, just in class, not paying attention, stuff like that. I sometimes doodle stuff down. So here's some of the ones I'm proud of, starting with number 20. This is one is a rupee, one is supposed to be like a clothespin, not a hairpin kind of deal. I never use them, so I never know what to call them, but I just drew the one because I saw one laying down, and then I was just trying to practice drawing something I was familiar with. So I have a few Legend of Zelda doodles in here, but the rupee, it turned out okay. They both are equally okay. Number 19. This is Ditto. Now, regardless how it looks, this is actually pretty good for what I was going for. This is from the Pokemon Arts Academy game. This is pretty much exactly the picture they wanted, so I'm pretty proud of it. Now, it's not original for me, of course, but I'm proud of how it turned out from what I was basing it off of. Number 18. Now, this is a little hut. It's supposed to come from my little short story about the island and music being magic. It's been redid a couple times, and this is one of the very earliest doodles I did to imagine what the hut would be like for where the main character lives. It's changed somewhat, but this was the first. Number 17. This is just a sword. I think it was just supposed to be a generic sword. It looks like there's supposed to be some kind of, I guess, blood on it. There is a short story I have with a sword in it, but I don't think this is the one that goes with it. That comes later. Number 16. This is actually a short story I was just talking about. This is a shadow monster. One of the early quick doodles I did just to try and imagine what that kind of shadowy monster would look like. It's still kind of humanoid. It's not actually look like this in my head, but this is apparently the best I could do. Number 15. This is later. This actually has the sword in it. These are the doors at the end of my short story Soul Tower, where there's a sword stuck in the middle in between them, and then it's showing the sword pulled out. And something dark is behind these doors, but that's for a different story later in the future. Number 14. This is a truck. Kind of a generic truck. It's not a very good truck, but it's actually the truck that goes along with my zombie book. This is before the crashes in the very beginning, but it's also, I guess, supposed to be just generic. Really what I like most about it is the light beams coming out of it. I don't know how accurate light beams actually look, but I think it's cool how it looks in this picture. Number 13. This is actually me just trying to draw facial features. There's a whole bunch on this whole page, but the eyes, I think, look the best, especially the one on the left. The one just looking straight ahead. The one that looks like it's looking to the side, I think looks fine until you consider that the eyebrow is still in the exact same position. That probably should have changed perspective too. Oh well. Number 12. This is a drawing of a generic feminine face. I don't think I did that great a job, but I definitely could have done a lot worse. I'm a little proud of what I did, because this is like the first time just trying to draw a face from nothing. So I think it was okay. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse. Number 11. This is a fast car with a guy, I just remember, a guy flipping off. This is more funny to me and nostalgic than anything, really. The reason I drew this was one of my old roommates and I would one day just had a random drawing competition. We would think of random props and just draw that. And this one was supposed to be just draw a fast car. On the side were supposed to be flames, but they weren't very good because in our heads we had a joke that a fast car had to have flames on it to make it fast. You can see the window coming off it because it was that fast. Number 10, also from that same little drawing contest we had with each other. This is supposed to be like a castle. Maybe it was supposed to be castle walls because that's what I drew here. And you can see some grass and a path, and that's actually a moat with a drawbridge coming down. But it's cool. It has like little torches up top. And it's a pretty nice wall. I like how I have like a cobblestone kind of frame around the drawbridge. That's actually pretty nice. Number 9, the last thing for my little drawing contest. This was actually supposed to be a cat, but not just any cat. I had a 3D puzzle of a cat. It was purple. It was neat, but it doesn't look like a cat at all in the picture I drew. You can see little lines going horizontal. That's where like the pieces were. I was trying to draw those in too. But I do like it because the face looks cool. It looks like some kind of nocturnal little animal on maybe a cat's body. It's weird, but I like it. Number 8. This is supposed to be a fountain, but it's a fountain I saw while I was in Florida. I think it's wearing right after I got this little drawing pad. It's actually turned out okay. I thought the brick pattern was okay. It was one of my first doodles, but yeah, the water squirting now. It's fine. I actually like where it is. It could be tidied up a bit, but I think it's fine how it is. Number 7. These are supposed to be clothes made out of big leaves. They're supposed to be the main clothes for the main character from, again, my island short story, whatever kind of story. I actually like the designs. I think I did pretty well on them. Of course, they could be, tidied up better. But I try to make it so it seemed like it was just one giant leaf for each of them. You can see like the stems for the shorts, the poncho looks like it's just one big leaf folded over. I actually really like this. If I can ever do explore that whole thing again and can make a picture of it, I would like to keep these designs for the clothes. Number 6. Now, these actually go with my light novel I'm writing right now called A Song, based off the short story, but the one on the left is the little hand drum. The middle one is the harmonica. The one on the right, I have no idea what that's supposed to be at all. I don't know. But anyways, the 2 instruments are cool. There's what the main character has on him throughout. But yeah, real mystery as to what that third thing is supposed to be. Maybe a basket? I don't know. Number 5. This is a picture of a seashell about, how big was it? Maybe about 5 inches long. It's one I actually had. The tip broke off of it at one point. If you look real close, I think you can see. I try to make it look like the tip was bent just a little bit where I try to glue it back on. But for the seashell, it actually looks a whole lot like what it was supposed to be representing. And I think I did a pretty good job on it. Number 4. This is some weird face. I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's the face. It looks like there's an eye and a nose, and the mouth looks weird. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. I have no idea why I drew it on the very edge of the page. Maybe I was trying to make some kind of creepy, ghostly face, and this is what I came up with. But I actually really like the eye. I think the shape of the eye is cool, and the way the nose is done is cool. Like I said, the mouth, though, is weird. And I don't know, it looks like it has a long neck coming from somewhere, and that's why it's on the edge of the page, like it was trying to creep onto the page or something. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of. Number 3. This is just a ball. That's it, a ball with a shadow. I'm really proud of it because I couldn't really ever think about how to draw a ball. And then I was doing some shading. It still doesn't look completely like a 3-dimensional ball. I think the shadow of it looks really cool, even though if you look closely, I feel like the shade of the shadow is inverted. The middle is lighter than the outside edges. I think it should be opposite. The middle should be darker. Outside edges should be lighter, but I don't know. I think it's really good for me finally figuring out kind of how to draw a ball and getting like a 3D kind of shadow with it. Number 2, completely random, but I'm super proud of it. It's my arm with the bracelet on it. I don't have the bracelet anymore, but it was really cool. It was a Lone Star bracelet I had for a really long time until it finally broke. But yeah, I guess just one day I randomly got bored and just decided to draw my arm and the bracelet just to see how realistic I could get. I think it looks actually pretty close. It's also reminiscent of a little doodle I did of my thumb one day in one of my classes. Just got bored and it looked just like my thumb. I was so proud of it. And this is kind of the same lines as that. I mean, it's hard to, it just looks like one little spot of the arm, but it looks like it's a pretty good spot. Now, number 1, my favorite doodle I've ever done is this tree. Another one from my island short story with where music is magic. This is the tree that is connected to the magic and the music, and it makes everything happen. It's the one in a clearing, and it's so cool. I like the giant leaves, the little vines hanging down a little bit. Some are caught, some will go straight down. You can see the roots stretching out across the ground a little bit, and then you see this like shadowy kind of indention into it where it looks like somebody could kind of hide away in it just a little bit. It's so cool. And not even that, there's another one I drew later that I think looks even better, even cooler. It's almost exactly the same, but I redrew it for a bite I did of me just doodling. I did it real quick too, in like a span of seconds, maybe like half a minute at most. But it was so good. This is what makes me appreciate manga artists the most. Is how they can draw just chapters and chapters and volumes of manga, and it has to look similar, and they have to do it with some speed. Just art skills in general. I'm so jealous. Like, these doodles are proof of me trying, but not getting too great at it. I wanted to be a manga creator for most of my life, but I can't draw. That's why I write and try to do light novel stuff too, a bunch of short stories, because I can't draw, so I have to find my own artist. But I try. I at least try to doodle some stuff out so I can see what I think it could look like. But yeah, those are my doodles. What do you think? Let me know. Do you like doodling too? Alright, you're probably better than I am, but let me know what you think. And if you like seeing my doodles, go and like the video. If you want to see me do more of my 20 top 20 lists, go and subscribe to my channel. You can see when I do all that. But until next time, I'm the AC. Thank you for watching, and bye.